In poker, the strongest hand is the one no one sees. In love, the deadliest betrayal is the one hidden in silence. We often think of betrayal as a loud, explosive event. Shouting matches, dramatic confrontations, or blatant acts of infidelity. But the truth is far more insidious. The most devastating betrayals often happen in whispers, in text messages never sent, in truths carefully concealed behind a smile. Have you ever discovered that someone you trusted was hiding something from you? Did you feel the sting of that silence cut deeper than any harsh words ever could? Betrayal isn't always loud. It's the partner who sits across the dinner table laughing at your jokes while harboring secrets you can't even imagine. It's the friend who nods sympathetically at your problems while plotting their own advantage. By the time you realize what's happening, the game is already over. The cards have been dealt and you never even knew you were playing. This silent betrayal isn't just a modern phenomenon. History gives us stark examples of how concealment can be more destructive than the act itself. Think back to the late 1990s and the scandal that rocked American politics. A president, a young intern, and a web of denials that ultimately proved more damaging than the affair itself. What truly shattered public trust was not just what happened behind closed doors. It was the months of careful concealment, the public denials, the manipulation of truth, until it all came crashing down in the harsh light of exposure. This is poker played out on the world stage. The bluff works until the moment of reveal, and then everything crumbles. In the world of power and strategy, several laws come into play when we talk about betrayal through concealment. Law 5 tells us to conceal our intentions. Every act of betrayal begins with hiding true motives. What remains unseen gives the betrayer power over the betrayed. Law 6 reminds us to always say less than necessary. Silence itself becomes a weapon. The less revealed, the more devastating the eventual disclosure can be. Law 7 warns us to guard our reputation with our life. Once the veil of secrecy is torn away, reputations shatter. Few ever fully recover from the moment secrets transform into public scandal. These aren't just abstract concepts. In modern relationships, betrayal through silence is everywhere. It's the partner who carefully hides messages from an ex. It's the one who buries their true feelings until resentment boils over. It's the spouse who pretends everything is fine while secretly planning their exit strategy. The truth is, it's often not the act itself that destroys trust. It's the slow poison of discovering how long that truth was hidden, how elaborate the deception became. So how do we defend ourselves in a world where silence can be weaponized? First, learn to watch the silences. Betrayal often reveals itself not in what's said, but in the spaces between words. In topics carefully avoided. In reactions just a beat too slow. Second, guard your own secrets. Be cautious about oversharing your strategies, your doubts, your vulnerabilities. Information freely given can easily become ammunition later used against you. Third, if something must come to light, control the reveal. Don't let others dictate the narrative of your life. If a truth must emerge, let it be on your terms, not as a weapon in someone else's arsenal. Finally, always put your reputation first. In the aftermath of betrayal, perception often matters more than facts. Protect how people see you before the whisper campaign begins. Poker teaches us that silence can be as deadly as any aggressive move. In matters of the heart, betrayal rarely announces itself with fanfare. It slips in through secrets, through whispers, through all the things left unsaid. Master these laws and you'll learn to see the bluff before the hand is revealed. You'll know when to fold, when to fight, and when the only option left is to flip the table entirely. Remember, in poker and in life, the game is played in silence. Betrayal thrives in that same silence. Guard your reputation or the reveal will ruin you. So tell me, what do you think hurts more in a relationship? The act of betrayal itself or the silence that hid it for so long?